May God know each of us provide the strength and wisdom to perform the duties and fulfill the responsibilities required by our oaths of office. May our actions be pleasing to God and meet the expectations of the citizens we serve. Amen. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call our meeting to order for October the 21st. Man, where is the year going? Real crazy. We do have a couple. Before we get an approval of minutes, I want to say something real quick. And I'm sure that most of you have found out already through the grapevine, but our police chief has decided he's going to retire October the 27th.
27?
When it's time, it's time, right? This is
26.
26. When it's time, it's time, though, right, Chief?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
And I wanted to read a letter that I wrote for the chief to be put in the record, and because it's Chief, you've been a very important part of this administration, and I can't tell you how happy I am that you've been here. It says, Dear Chief McNeil, as you prepare to close this chapter on your remarkable career, I wanted to take a moment, both as a friend and mayor, to tell you what an honor it has been to serve alongside you. Appointing you as chief stands as one of the great privileges of my life. You led with integrity, courage, a steady hand through moments that tested all of us. You never sought the spotlight, only a chance to make our community safer and stronger. And that's exactly what you did, every single day. Beyond your years of service and your accomplishments in uniform, what I value most is your friendship. You've been a trusted confidant, a voice of reason, and a loyal ally. Those qualities can't be taught. They come from the kind of character that defines who you are. As you step into retirement, know that your impact will continue to ripple through this department and this town for years to come. Thank you for your dedication, your leadership, and your friendship. I wish you and your family the very best in your next chapter. You've more than earned it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. I want to make sure that when the record, Chief, I can't say enough good for the time that you've been here, and I hate to see you leave, but I understand when it's time, it's time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we'll move right on into our agenda. And council members, you have approval of minutes from the work session from October the 7th, as well as the regular meeting minutes from October the 7th before you.
Make a motion to accept.
Motion and a second to approve the work session minutes and regular meeting minutes from October the 7th. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Public comments. We have Jacob Mitchell, 703 Water Street, has signed in. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you. I just wanted to spotlight this evening the fact that people don't realize the Haunted Trail is an extension of Fall Fest, and for the amount of work that you yourself and everyone at City Hall and Donnie, as well as the Haunted Majestic, puts into this. It's been it's always been fun in the previous years, but there's just something different about it this year. It's an experience, that's for sure, having a new crowd of people. Jody and Christina and all of them they're good people. They work hard, and the kids are having a blast. And the fact that we've got to expand so much, and we have concessions, thanks to the city's Pepsi trailer. We have the Haunted Trail, and I think Donnie even envisioned at one point, he said that he would love to make it so that it's so big and so great that we're one of the best. And I think it's really not that hard to achieve. We've already taken massive leaps and steps from all the previous years that Donnie's ever done it, with the amount of effort that he's had to put into it, which he hasn't really put like a whole lot of money into it, you would think. But there's a lot more than just money that he puts forth all of his time and effort to work together with the Haunted Majestic to get all these kids to behave. I mean, it is teenage kids, so a lot of these kids, the people from the Haunted Majestic, and this says a lot for the town of Barboursville and the parents that live here, they're so used to kids being little brats and just the rudest little things ever. And every time they come up to buy a ticket, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, thank you, sir. And they're like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
And it's because we live in a community that we take advantage of every day and don't realize how good it is. So I think Donnie and the city needs a lot of credit for the fact that the Honda Trail is great this year, better than it was last year, and it's only going to get better. So it wouldn't be if it wasn't for the town working to make it that way, as well as Donnie. So I just wanted to say that.
Appreciate your comments very much, thank you. Departmental updates, you have items within your agenda. And also, if there's anything that needs to be mentioned, please feel free to keep sending text, emails, and work order submissions. Are we finished, are we completely finished paving now, done, as far as we're concerned? Okay. I had one request, which I'll forward on to you then, tomorrow morning. We'll get right into, we don't have old business, we'll get right into new business. You have consideration or approval of a bid for a telehandler, a lift, and there were 3 bids. There were 2 separate bids, one on a 34-foot and one on a 42-foot model. The desire was, I believe, to go and seek out the 42-foot model, and I'll let Jason or Danny speak to this, but your bids came in at the request of department heads and supervisors for the 42-foot lift, $125,000 plus the bucket at $3,750, and that was from Octane. And then the all-around access bid was not for a 42-foot lift. Their bid for the 34-foot lift was $100,752, and the state equipment bid for the 42-foot lift was $111,925, and I believe that's the recommendation.
That is the recommendation. That's a piece of equipment we're really excited about. It's really going to push us into the modern times with being able to load trailers. Even whenever a 18-wheeler pulls in, you can back up to the back of it, extend all the way in without having to go in and hand unload all that stuff. I can think of many uses that I wish I would have had it in previous time. We're replacing the 87 model fork truck tow motor, which don't give you any kind of extension whatsoever. And to replace that machine, because it's toward the end of years, we're having to sink money into it constantly, keeping the upkeep on it. We were able to go with this 42-foot lift for actually cheaper than we could have replaced the same exact thing that we were going to look at. So there's that. With the state equipment, as far as when you look at your bids, one of the companies had actually bid it separate, so that's not included in on the total price when you look at that. State equipment did come in the lowest on the 42-foot. One will look like it is, but it's an extra $5,700 to add the lift on it, or the bucket on it too as well. And plus they're a local company, so I do recommend the state equipment just for serviceability and staying local.
We're gonna put you in charge of making sure this one lasts as long as the 87.
Yeah.
So, it's on you.
We'll do our best.
Dan, did you have anything to add, sir?
Just wanna, comment on his effort. He spent a long time researching and, deciding what we could use this thing for.
Yeah.
Suited for our needs, so I wanna compliment you for doing a good job.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming tonight too, Jason. Appreciate that. So the recommendation is for the bid for state equipment for the 42-foot reach at $111,925. Can we need a motion to do that?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the state equipment bid in the amount of $111,925. Further questions, comments, or otherwise?
This is a new piece of equipment.
It is,
correct?
it's a brand new piece of equipment, and like Jason said, we're replacing a 1987 model. I think we've got our use out. If there's no questions, comments, or otherwise, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The next item is consideration and approval of bid to install light poles at Barboursville Park, more particularly for the Lily Complex. The recommendation from staff and is to table this. We received one bid. There was one in the mail that was late. It doesn't meet the bid requirements, and the bid that we received is not exactly what we thought we were gonna have to spend. So we want to table this, rebid the project, and bring it back to a subsequent meeting. So I'm gonna make the motion to table this item until a subsequent meeting, and I'll need a second for that.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item is consideration or approval of the repair of the street sweeper. The amount is $11,523.30, and I'll let Danny or Jason, whoever would like to speak to that. you go ahead and do so.
Since that Jason's here, he's more knowledgeable.
That's fine, yeah, that's fine.
So, we've had the street sweeper for over 10 years. We've never had to send the truck up the road to be serviced. With it being on the road for 10 years, there's a lot of big ticket items that have to be replaced, like the vac tubes. They're starting to dry rot and break apart. Really, with the last Fall Fest we had and picking up the candy, it kind of showed us exactly how bad of that the seals and stuff had gotten. So it was time to send it up there and have it serviced. That's the majority of it is coming from the suction tubes, and then all the seal kits to basically make it back to a fairly new machine.
I'd actually hate to think how many Tootsie Rolls that thing has picked up.
Yeah.
So your recommendation is to make the repairs in the amount of $11,523.30, correct?
Yes, sir.
Make the motion.
We have a motion and a second to repair the street sweeper, and the repair amount is $11,523.30. If there's no further discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are to the end of our agenda. It was short this evening, and sometimes it happens that way, but I do want to say, again, Chief, I've loved working with you since you've been here. And I understand that when it's time to retire, it's time to retire, but I will look fondly on the time that you and I worked together. I remember when we were at the courthouse, and I told you that at some point, if I was gonna be mayor and Chief Coffey was gonna retire, that I'd like to see you in that spot, and it's been an honor.
Thank you.
Chief, I will miss you. You've done a great job here for Barboursville. I am sad to see you go, but I'm excited for you and your family, and I wish you the best. And I thank you for everything you've done for me, and I appreciate you. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm a little bit tired.
Thank you, Rachel.
Jason, thanks for coming tonight and researching everything you did and preparing everything for us. And always doing a great job with the public works and all of your hard work. I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you, Darren, for all your service at the city. We really appreciate what you've done, and we will be missing you. It'll be a sad day, but it'll be a happy day for you, I'm sure. Jason, I've heard nothing but good things about you, and that you have literally brought the morale up, and that you're doing a great job. So thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
Jason, thank you for saving us money by just doing some repairs instead of saying we need a whole new machine.
Right. You're welcome.
And I know it took a lot of time to figure out what to do with our 1987 machine, so thank you very much for spending time on that.
Welcome.
Chief, I'm sad, but I'm happy for you, and city council, being a city council member has been, I love it. I love being on council. But one of the things that makes it so awesome is getting to know you better, and to know that you have been a wonderful chief and leader, and that you have become one of my sweet friends. And I love you, and I'm gonna miss you.
Thank you. Me next?
You're up, sir.
Okay. Chief, I'm sorry I blurted out the 27th. I just didn't realize you was retiring. And you sure don't look like you're old enough to retire. You know, your hair's still not gray yet, but you know, but
That's probably a good time.
you're right. And, you know, it's like me when I took this run for city council, things started happening to my body, you started getting sick. But, you know, no, man, I run for city council, I've gotten sick. But I gotta tell y'all a story. You know, I'm a little bit older than most of you guys, and back in the day, there was an officer, Chambers. I don't know if he was chief, but he was the main cop here in Barboursville. His name was Chambers. And through the years, there was the Rayburns and all the things, and the Earls. But there was when chief come on board, and somebody said, "You met the new chief?" I said, his name's Rooster. Rooster. That's right. I said, "Who's Rooster?" I like to meet Rooster, but I've met him as time goes on. But I've enjoyed the time that I've got to know you, and I really hate to see you go, because I've just got to know you really in the last few years, but I just want to say mostly, I was just surprised that the 27th, I was getting ready to say, this year or next year, but I guess getting ready to be 6 more days, I guess you'll be retired, but I say thank you. I appreciate everybody being here, and I thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
I also want to thank everybody for being in attendance. Appreciate y'all being here. Bring a friend next time. Fill these chairs up. We'll get more chairs out. Jason, I just want to touch base about buying new equipment. I mean, we definitely like to invest in our people, and I think buying this new equipment is investing in our people for sure. I want to know about storage for all this stuff that we have bought a few pieces here recently, and just want to make sure, are we keeping up? Are we able to keep them all in a proper, safe, long-term storage space?
Yes, sir. We've got some sheds, and we're also having the budget for this year to be building a new 3-bay garage too. So as we're gaining equipment, we do have the sufficient storage space between adding the new Connex boxes to house all of our Christmas stuff. That opened up a couple of days for us. Also by coming up with an idea of, with the Connex boxes, putting a roof over top of it. That's going to be like an airplane hangar type metal roof to it. That's very inexpensive to gain a lot more storage space for said equipment. So yeah, we do have plans for.
We're planning on some more.
Yes,
Okay, I just want to make sure we're taking care of it. Like you said,
Yes, sir.
make sure you make it last as long as this one has.
Definitely.
So, and speaking of people, I've broken record this a few times, but for some reason it's come up. But it is the people, talking about people that make this place the best place to call home. I mean, Barboursville, I'm very proud to call it home, and I'm always proud to say it's where I'm from and have a little bit of a piece of it and a part of it. But it's the people that make it the place to call home. And where was I going? Oh yeah, some guy over here. You're one of those people. Chief, you're one of those people that helped us make this place to be proud to call home. So I appreciate you, and we're gonna miss you, but make sure you got that phone nearby, because we'll be bugging you every now and then.
I'm gonna keep the same number.
Appreciate you. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Yeah, ditto to that. Chief, thank you so much. I've served with a number of chiefs, and Rooster, you're the top shelf one for me. Now, I've got along well with all the other ones, but I think personally you've done. Anytime I think you're the only police chief that I've actually had their number on on my speed dial. So seldom as I needed it. I appreciate every time they called, the man was there. The man was there, or even if he was on a beach in Florida, he was helping me and taking care of things and that kind of stuff. And I really appreciate it. And it's a shock to me. I didn't know anything about this. I guess I'm last to know. It's not unusual, but thank you for everything you've done. And Jason, while he's here, I'm going to thank him for all the help that they've done for us at the Haunted Trail. And you all mentioned something about morale and that kind of stuff. I heard the exact same thing, that morale in departments and that kind of thing is really improved, and maybe not that it was horrible to start with, but sometimes the personnel change does wonders for your department. I think that's where we are there, and I'm going to give a quick quick update for the Haunted Trail. The only thing I'm going to say right now, Jacob, thank you for your words and everything. As far as change and its potential, it's pretty huge. These folks that are working with it, they're the real deal, and they told me early on that they said that they understood that I was it was a side gig for me, and kind of a late September, early October, and through the October thing. They said that for us, it's just kind of a way of life. That's what they do. I mean, they live for this, and I think we've got us a good group to grow with, and like I said, we have concessions. Jacob and them's done a terrific job, and there's places for photo ops, and I saw a number of people taking their pictures, smiling, sitting in the back of a hearse. How often are you gonna see a picture like that? So.
And the electric chairs.
But it's gonna be great. But keep praying for us. We we have, we've been able to operate all 6 days, and, looks like the weather report is, looking good for this weekend as well, so, you know, with, everything, so far so good, and, I'll give a final report in a couple weeks.
How long will that run? When you-
It's gonna go through November 1st.
Perfect.
And
Appreciate
It will
you,
be
yeah.
open on trick or treat night as well.
And what
October
nights?
31st, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You're aware. Yeah.
But thank you for everything.
Appreciate you guys and all your volunteers too, and all the people who are making that happen. I've heard nothing but really good things out of the feedback's been really good. And just so the council knows, we'll follow what the code says about the succession, plan of succession, the chief's retirement. But we'll come back at a subsequent meeting with how things will shake out from all the movement that'll happen after the chief's retired. So appreciate all you guys being here. If there's nothing further to be said, we'll adjourn the meeting. Thanks everybody for coming.